We often read stories about farms. These stories are usually nice. They tell us about animals living happily in green fields, but real farms today are often very different. After the wars, things changed. Farms started to grow bigger. They began to use new machines and new ways of farming. This was to make more food for more people and to make it cheaper. One big change is factory farms. In these farms, many animals live inside. They are in big buildings. They do not live outside in fields. These farms can make a lot of meat and eggs quickly. This makes meat and eggs cheaper to buy. But is cheap meat really cheap? We will look at the real story behind this cheap meat. We will see if it is good for animals, for nature, and for us. This story will explore the true cost of cheap meat. It is a story about how our food is made today and what it really means. 2. Bad Life for Hens. Chapter 2, Bad Life for Hens. Most people like to eat eggs. Eggs are in cakes and sandwiches and many other foods. But do we know how hens that lay eggs live? Many hens that lay eggs for shops live in cages. These cages are called battery cages. Battery cages are very small. Many hens live in one cage. They do not have much space. They cannot walk around easily. They cannot stretch their wings. Because they are in small cages, hens cannot do normal things. Hens like to walk, find food in the ground, and make nests. In battery cages, they cannot do these things. This makes them unhappy and stressed. When hens are stressed, they can hurt each other. Sometimes they peck at other hens' feathers. This is called feather pecking. To stop hens from hurting each other too much, farms often cut off part of the hens' beaks. This is called beak trimming. Beak trimming is painful for the hens. You can see different words on egg boxes in shops. Some boxes say caged eggs. This means the eggs are from hens that lived in battery cages. Other boxes say barn eggs or free-range eggs. Barn eggs are from hens that live in big buildings, not cages. Free-range eggs are from hens that can go outside. Eggs from caged hens are often cheaper, but they come from hens that have a bad life. Chickens are also bred for meat. These chickens are called meat chickens. Meat chickens grow very fast. They grow much faster than normal chickens. This fast growth causes problems. Their bodies cannot always support their weight. Their legs can hurt and it is hard for them to walk. They can live in crowded buildings. These buildings can be dark and have bad air. The life of a meat chicken is also often not good. Many people do not know about the bad lives of hens and chickens on farms. It is important to learn about this. 3. Chemicals on farms. You may have heard of a book called Silent Spring. It was written a long time ago. It talked about problems with chemicals. After the wars, farms started to use many new chemicals. These were things like pesticides. Farmers used pesticides to kill insects that ate crops. This helped them grow more food. But these chemicals were not always safe. They could hurt other animals too. Birds started to disappear from farms. This was because the chemicals killed the insects that birds ate. Some chemicals also poisoned the birds directly. Other wildlife was also harmed. The chemicals did not just stay on the farms. Rain washed them into rivers and lakes. This polluted the water. The chemicals also went into the soil. This made the soil unhealthy. Using chemicals helped farms grow a lot of food, but it also caused problems for nature. Some people started to worry about these problems. They thought about if it was the right way to grow food. 4. Where are the animals? We know farm stories with happy animals outside, but real farms today are very different. After the wars, farms changed a lot. They started to grow much more food. To do this, many farms became factory farms. In factory farms, animals live inside big buildings. We do not see animals in fields so much now. Where are the animals? Many are inside. In the past, farms had many kinds of animals and plants. Now many big farms grow only one type of plant. This is called monoculture. Big fields of only corn or only wheat. This is not good for wild animals. Many wild birds that lived on farms are gone. We do not see them anymore. Bees are also disappearing. This is called colony collapse disorder. Bees are very important for growing food. Butterflies like the monarch butterfly are also in trouble. Their numbers are going down. Why are these animals disappearing? One reason is big farms with only one crop. Another reason is chemicals. Farms use many chemicals to kill insects and weeds. These chemicals can hurt birds, bees, and butterflies. The chemicals can also go into rivers and soil. So, where are the animals? Many farm animals are inside buildings. Wild animals on farms are disappearing. The way we farm today is part of the problem. Big farms and many chemicals are not good for animals and nature. 5. Not enough land and water. Big farms, called factory farms, need a lot of land. Sometimes this land is not even in the country where the farm is. It is in other places far away. We call this ghost acres. This means the farm seems small in one country, but it uses land in another country without people seeing it. One big problem is land for animal food. To feed cows, pigs, and chickens in factory farms, we need huge fields of crops. A lot of soya is used for this food. Soya grows well in hot countries. Big areas of forest in South America are cut down to make space to grow soya. This is bad for the planet because forests are important for clean air and for animals that live there. Factory farms also use a lot of water. Animals need water to drink, but much more water is needed to grow their food. Think about all the soya plants. They need water to grow big and strong. This water often comes from rivers and lakes. In some places, there is not enough water for everyone and farms use a lot of it. Another problem is water pollution. Factory farms have many animals in one place. These animals make a lot of waste, called manure. If there are too many animals, there is too much manure. This manure can get into rivers and lakes. Manure in water makes the water dirty. It can kill fish and make the water unsafe for people to use. So, factory farms need a lot of land and water. This can cause problems in other countries and for the environment. It is important to think about where our food comes from and how it is made. 6. Is the meat healthy? Factory farms often give animals many antibiotics. Antibiotics are medicines that fight bacteria. Farms use them to keep animals from getting sick in crowded places. But using too many antibiotics can cause problems. Bacteria can become strong and not die from antibiotics anymore. This is called antibiotic resistance. These strong bacteria are sometimes called superbugs. If people get sick with superbugs, it is harder to treat them because some antibiotics do not work. This is a danger to human health. Meat from factory farms can also be less healthy in other ways. Animals in factory farms do not move around much. They can become fat. Meat from these animals can have more fat than meat from animals that live outside. Also, animals that eat natural food like grass can have healthier meat. This meat can have more good things like omega-3. Omega-3 is a healthy fat. Meat from factory farms may have less of these good things. Cheap meat from factory farms can be linked to health problems in people. Because it is cheap, people may eat a lot of meat. Eating too much meat, especially meat with a lot of fat, can cause people to become overweight. Being overweight is a health problem called obesity. Obesity can lead to other health problems like heart disease and diabetes. So, while meat can be part of a diet, meat from factory farms may not be the healthiest choice. The way animals are raised can affect how healthy the meat is for people. 7. What can we eat? What will we eat in the future? Some people think we can use new types of food. One idea is to use genetically modified GM crops. GM crops are changed in labs to be better. For example, there is golden rice. It has extra vitamins to help people who don't get enough vitamins from their food. This is good. But there are also problems with GM crops. Some farmers have problems with the rules around GM crops. Also, most GM crops are used to feed farm animals, not people. So GM crops are a mixed picture, some good, some bad. Another idea is to eat lab-grown meat. This is meat made in labs, not on farms. It is also called in vitro meat. Scientists grow meat from animal cells. This means we can eat meat without killing animals. It could be better for the environment too, as it needs less land and water than traditional farms. But lab-grown meat is still new and expensive. We don't know if people will like it. Insects are another food idea. In many parts of the world, people already eat insects. Insects are full of protein and good for the environment. They need less space and food than cows or pigs. Some people might not want to eat insects because they look different. Algae is another future food. Algae grows in water and is very fast growing. It can be used to make food and fuel. Algae is also good for the environment. It can clean water and air. Who decides what we eat? Big food companies have a lot of power. They control much of the food system. Smaller farmers have less power. It is important to think about who has the power in our food system and if it is fair. We need to decide what kind of food system we want for the future. 8. What can we do? We have learned about some big problems with how we get our meat and eggs. Factory farms can be bad for animals, nature, and even our health. Cheap meat seems like a good deal, but we now know there are hidden costs. So, what can we do? It might seem hard to make a difference, but we can. When we buy food, we have power. The food industry listens to what people want. If we choose to buy different food, things can change. Here are some simple things we can do. First, think about the meat and eggs you buy. Many animals on farms live in cages or crowded buildings. This is often to make meat and eggs very cheap. But we can choose to buy meat and eggs from animals that lived better lives. Look for labels like free-range, pasture-raised, or organic. These labels often mean the animals had more space and lived outdoors. Free-range eggs might cost a little more, maybe only a few cents per egg, but it can make a big difference for the chickens. Organic might cost a bit more again, but it often means even better conditions. Sometimes, if there is no label, it is likely from factory farms. Second, try not to waste food. A lot of meat and eggs that people buy ends up in the trash. When food is cheap, it is easy to waste it. But wasting food also wastes the resources used to make it, like land and water. Buy only what you need and eat what you buy. Third, we can all try to eat a little less meat, but choose better quality meat when we do. Instead of buying cheap meat from factory farms all the time, maybe eat meat less often. And when you do eat meat, choose meat from farms where animals are raised in better ways, even if it costs a little more. Think about eating more chicken or eggs from free-range or organic farms. Maybe try to eat less pork sometimes, as pigs often live in very bad conditions. We can also ask for laws to help farm animals and protect nature. We can ask shops and restaurants to sell better meat and eggs. It is not about stopping eating meat. Many people enjoy meat, and that is okay. But we can choose to eat in a way that is better for animals, nature, and our health. We can choose a better future for food. What change will you make after hearing this story?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.